okay, to somebody that maybe hasn't heard about this bill, how do you explain what the bill is and what all it entails?
Okay, so the legislation gives parents the opportunity to tap into education savings accounts to help fund, pay for, offset the school of their choice. So, for example, if a child wanted to go to a private Catholic school, you could apply to be in the program, and if accepted into the program, you've got the ability to have some of those funds to help offset the cost of it. So, as the Senate bill was laid out, I believe it's a universal program, meaning anybody can apply, but it's got the initial deal on the Senate side was 100,000 students and $1 billion. So it's at about $10,000 per student, and then it goes through a savings account, educational savings, similar to a health savings account.
Okay, so Simpleton over here would ask the question, why don't we just put all of this money into public education, which is available to all children?
So there are a lot of different circumstances in everybody's household that sometimes public education is not the best option for them. And we want to make sure that every child in Texas and every family in Texas has got the ability to choose what's right for them. Public schools have got a big lift, and like I said, we're going to have a massive over $90 billion spend on public education, which will be a historic spend there so that we can give teacher pay raises. There'll be investments with discipline so that we can make sure that the teachers have got what they need, the toolkits they need in public education. So there's discipline in the classroom. There's going to be a change to the grading system of public schools from this A through F system. There'll be investment in school safety. So public education is not being left behind at all. With this legislation, I mean, think about it. It's $1 billion for the education savings account situation, and we're spending probably north of 90 billion on public education.
So it come from that same fund that would be going to the public
So
education? I think maybe that's a question that a lot of
Yeah,
people
so
don't know.
so the budget for the state for the buy-in is going to be over $300 billion. So we're not cutting. This is going to be an increase in spending for public education, and this is another standalone program. So one thing that I think is very important for people to understand is that this is not a win-lose for public education. This is a win-win for Texas. It's a win with a historic investment in public education, and it's a win with giving parents and families a choice for their students, for their children when public education just doesn't make sense. The Senate bill had